Hello everyone, my name is Casey. I cannot believe that I'm saying this right after I finished my high school. I don't have any script for this, so please bear with me if I'm stuttering or anything. So, on March 28th, the magnitude 7.7 earthquake hit Myanmar. The epicenter was in Sagaing region, and also Mandalay and Naypyidaw took a very, very severe hit. With Yangon, our commercial city, facing some of the after effects, but it wasn't that bad in Yangon. But also the earthquake extended to other countries like India, Thailand, to name a few. I was in Naypyidaw when the earthquake happened. So Naypyidaw is the central, like the capital of Myanmar, which took a very severe hit too because it was right on the earthquake route. It was around 12:50 in the afternoon. I was having lunch with my relatives and my mom, and suddenly the electricity went off, and then I just thought that, oh, it's just another electricity shortage. But then the electricity came back on. We were eating for like another 3 minutes, and the lights started flickering. Suddenly everything started shaking. So at first, me and my cousin were sitting face to face, and we had eye contact. She even kind of laughed because she thought it's just going to go away. You know, we're just like, oh, another earthquake, that's fine. You know, it happens in Yangon sometimes too. So we were just like, oh, it's gonna go away in like 3 seconds. So wow, just another earthquake. But then it got worse, and everything was trembling. And suddenly my mom screamed out, oh, it's an earthquake. And I blacked out for, I don't know what happened for a split second. What I remember is that another second I'm under the table, I'm hiding, and what I can see is like my family. They were all on the floor, they were not under the table, and they were all in a bundle, and they were covering each other. There were so many glasses and ceramics plates that were on display on the glass cupboard near them, and all the glasses were shattering around them. I could hear screams from my aunt, and she was crying so hard because she thought something happened to her daughter, who's my cousin. And my cousin's leg was exposed to all the glasses shattering across them, and I couldn't find my mom. My mom was like under them, so I couldn't find them. And then I heard them scream out for my name, so I was like, I'm fine, I'm under the table. But everything was shaking, and it was so dark. I don't know how I survived that. It was the worst earthquake that I have ever experienced. I remember thinking, like, am I going to be the only one who's coming out alive? Because I knew that at that point I knew that I was safe because I was under this really strong table, but there were just glasses all over them, and the glasses keep on crashing. And the earthquake died down a little bit. It was still trembling, but then like one of the men, he came and guided us out. He was like, you have to get out right away. And I was the closest to the exit, so I immediately ran outside. And there were people on the floor just stunned, shocked, and they saw me running outside, and only then they knew that they had to run too. And then after me, my aunt, and then after her, as my uncle, my cousin, and then my mom, we all escaped. And then it was hit by another 6.4 magnitude earthquake again. It was so traumatizing. The ground was shaking, it was cracking, and it was like hell. And I remember my aunt was crying. There were cuts on their feet. Thankfully, it's nothing serious or nothing major. My cousin also got cuts, and back then it was really scary because everything was blood. So I thought like something happened to her, but thankfully they were not severe cuts. After the traumatic experience, we don't dare to go back into the house anymore. So my dad too, he was very lucky to survive that because his place was all collapsed and crumbling. Thankfully he was not in that place, he was not in that room. At night, we had to run out for like every 15 or 30 minutes because of the aftershocks, and our houses were already cracked. Everything was destroyed, the furnitures and everything shattered, and so many fish. We had pet fish and everything, so many fish. They also got outside from the water. They died, and also one of my dad's dog is missing. But like, the furnitures are destroyed, all the TVs are crashed, but we're just grateful that we're alive. And at night we have to run outside for so many times. Around 11 p.m. I fell asleep for a while on the bed, and while I was falling asleep, another earthquake of 3.5 magnitude happened. So my dad and mom were very worried, so they screamed my name and then they ran outside. Because I was asleep, I thought it was going to be another 7.7 earthquake, because my brain was already tied to that traumatic experience, so I thought it was 7.7 earthquake. I immediately grabbed my emergency bag and jumped down from the 1-story balcony, and I hurt both of my feet. Some of my blood vessels got like a rupture. Internally, it's not very serious though. It's like imagine jumping down on thousands of Lego. That was how it felt. So yeah. Anyway, right now I'm still walking like a little bit limp. There's still people in Mandalay. Zagai is even worse. The transportation bridge just broke down. So Zagai, the epicenter, is isolated from all the help. And there's so many people in Mandalay who are stuck. All the buildings collapsed, and the buildings just like inclined to 50 degree. Death tolls are consistently rising. And like I said, you know how much I have tried hard for this exam for my high school. Thankfully, I took this matriculation exam in Yangon. But in Mandalay, what happened is that all the papers for the matriculation exam from Sagaing region, from Mandalay region, and from Kachin were stored in the Mandalay University. All of them got burned because of the fire breakout after the earthquake. My best friend, her papers were stored in the Mandalay University, so I'm not sure if they have to retake the exam or if they're just going to be, passed automatically with just 40 marks, which would be very unfair if that happens. But all of their hard works just went down the drain like that. All of the hard works for 1 year straight just got burned and turned into ashes. Myanmar is in failed state right now. I know most of you guys will already know the state of Myanmar, the earthquake and everything from the BBC News or everything, but I want you to know that this is real. And for all my subscribers watching this, I am very happy to be alive. I could have died, and I still can't understand or can't comprehend how I made it out alive compared to those losing their homes or losing their lives, losing their family members. The trauma I faced was nothing, and there's so many people still stuck in the building. My dad lost a lot of his workers too, who got stuck under the collapsed buildings, and it's very heartbreaking to see the state that Myanmar, and to even imagine the despair that people in Myanmar are having right now. My heart aches for all of them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to donate the electrolytes directly to the Mandalay region, because people have to sleep outside of the tent in open field. I understand how bad it was, the trauma and everything, because I had to sleep in the car all night after that earthquake. I don't dare to go back into the house anymore after I hurt my leg. So everything was so scary and it was crumbling, and I just want to ask for all of you guys' help. We would appreciate it if you could donate to our country. I will definitely link the trustworthy websites underneath my video. And even if you guys don't donate or anything, just I would appreciate it if you spread awareness of what's happening in Myanmar, and hopefully even if you won't donate, there will be people who will donate, or just send prayers, anything. Please help Myanmar. Myanmar is in failed state. Being the survivor of the 7.7 magnitude earthquake, I understand how bad it would be. I have these earthquake alarms, and even if that happened in the nearby, the notification would come on. I don't even care if the ground was shaking or not. I would just run outside of the house. So the post-trauma is real, you guys. I hope that this video will reach out to so many people and probably help you know what's happening in Myanmar, and that this is real, and what I faced was real, and it was really scary and a traumatic experience. I don't think that I can go back to the normal life anymore after this happened. So anyway, yeah, please help Myanmar, and please spread awareness. If you could, please share this video to see what's really happening in Myanmar. We would appreciate any kind of help. Thank you so much. Bye.